Oh, it was really enlightening for me to attend the discussions, and I think the choice of subject is really a very smart choice. To have this COMESA EU Horticulture Connect with focus on horticulture, which is close to each and every one of us, was a very good choice, I must say. Now, I listened very carefully to the discussions, including those that were not very satisfied about COMESA's performance. Luckily, I was here to correct that, but that's fine. Because COMESA, in the end, is your institution. So you're entitled to do that, of course, and it's our duty to serve you better. Now, I think today was started in the morning highlighting some of the challenges that we are all facing in the horticulture field. And what do we need to do in order to overcome them? Speaking about the challenges, I think transport costs were highlighted more than once in different interventions, with specific reference to the Red Sea impasse and issues related to the Red Sea. We hope that with the recent improvement that the Red Sea would be returning or recovering, going back to normal sometime soon. High time also, it's not only about cost, it's also about time consumption. It's very time consuming. And in the case of perishable products, of course, this is very risky. In addition to other infrastructure items, those are challenges, including energy, and there were highlights on internet and how internet is important. I think internet has become a basic need of life to each and every one of us. So it's about infrastructure in general terms. Those items were strongly highlighted. Other challenges involve standards and certification, meeting those evolving standards, especially in our biggest trading partner, the EU, where it is, as was highlighted, more flexible and responsive, while in our case, we tend to live with our regulations for so long, which is true even at the regional level, because in COMESA, our SPS regulations were like 15 years old, but we've managed to update them recently. So quality standards and certification are a challenge area as well. I'm highlighting the challenges in the interest of highlighting also the ways we can address them together, jointly, each and every one of us in his own venue of life. Logistics were highlighted as well as a third group of challenges, including cold storage facilities, especially in the case of horticulture, which is very necessary for to increase the shelf life of those products. I can but recall this example of avocados flying to the Netherlands, spending the winter there, having some time off, and flying back to West Africa. This was funny, but very mobilizing. Most of our agriculture is, unfortunately, subsistence level agriculture in COMESA. We need to do the upscaling of this. We need to commercialize it. We need to go with economies of scale. We need to aggregate, as it has been highlighted in several interventions here. Pooling different small level or subsistence level farms can help in terms of economies of scale. Lastly, a fifth main challenge was regulations and regulatory changes and uncertainty related to them. Of course, for investment, we need better certainty about regulations, about the playing field, and changes. And I can also recall that example quoted by the Honorable Minister of Agriculture of Kenya, moving the goalposts. We keep on moving the goalposts, which of course defeats our efforts, our endeavors. We need to have more clarity, more predictability in terms of regulation in order to support long-term investment in this vital field. Some of the solutions that were quoted was need to work together. We work together, and we have so many proverbs about the importance of working together. Of course, working together, we can rise together. And it's important to rise together. So we need to coordinate our efforts at the governmental level, at the private sector level, at the civil society level, institutions like universities and NGOs. We need to all join hands in order to improve in terms of productivity in the horticulture sector. Capacity building, we need to increase our support to capacity building at the farmer level, at the expert level in different institutions with mandates related to horticulture, related to agriculture in general terms, and capacity building in one of the focus areas in regional institutions like COMESA, of course. Most or many of our projects, interventions, activities involve components in the area of capacity building, because we do have a wealth of human resources, but it's not as skillful, as skilled, as capable as it should be. And of course, this is a fortune to invest in. Productivity and the level of productivity, and of course I recall the young man from Egypt who quoted that example about tomato. Yeah. So it's remarkable. The gap is huge, of course. So we need to improve on productivity. We need also to invest a lot more in horticulture and agriculture. It's not only about horticulture, it's also about food security in our countries. I think we have very vivid examples of how this is strongly and closely related to food security and national security in that sense as well. So investment not only in agriculture, investment in all other sectors related to agriculture, including energy, ICT, logistics, transport, and so on, because you need to have the whole system, the whole machinery working together. We need technology, advanced technology, and I think we have plenty. We've listened to a good number of presentations and interventions about the value and the impact of new technology from the EU side, from the African side as well. These were eye-opening for me. I think they were eye-opening for many of us here. Automation is becoming the norm in terms of irrigation, in terms of fertilization, agriculture, measuring air, humidity, and heat and light, and so on. So we need to do that. It's costly. It doesn't come for free. Of course, there is no free lunch here, but it's worth the investment in them. And then, yeah. Lastly, I have a written statement that I would like to very quickly go through. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is great honor and privilege for me to be here with you and listen to those panel discussions and interventions for the first COMESA EU Horticulture Connect event, which implies that this will not be the last. Designed to advance strategic engagement, build partnerships, and create market linkages between COMESA and the EU. In alignment with the forum theme, leveraging digitalization to deepen regional chains for sustainable and inclusive growth, we have here today that the horticulture value chain is one of COMESA's most dynamic and economically vital sectors, generating over 3.3 billion US dollars annually in exports to the EU and employing millions of smallholder farmers across the COMESA region. I wish to reiterate that the horticulture value chain is a unique combination of high value addition potential, climate resilience, and capacity to inclusive growth, which makes it essential for COMESA's economic transformation. Distinguished guests and participants, today's event is a clear demonstration of the crucial role of partnerships in advancing intra-regional and global trade, in this case specifically between COMESA and the EU. The Horticulture Connect event is fully aligned with the COMESA's mandate to contribute to market access and trade facilitation. This is at the heart of our work in COMESA and is a good and practical initiative to bring public and private stakeholders together to strengthen value chains, improve competitiveness, and create opportunities that directly benefit women and youth in the COMESA region. Today's remarkable presentations, enlightening ones, enlightened all of us. They have had a lot of strategic insights, highlights, and contributions, stressed the importance of public-private partnerships and working together at the regional and global levels. We have seen some innovations, some creative solutions and ideas to boost agricultural productivity through smart practices and to enhance value chain competitiveness, to break barriers through digitalization and promotion of investment, to enhance trade through digital transformation and investment in logistics and transport that is resilient to climate change, and to unlock the potential of the horticultural sector in the region through addressing challenges related to productivity and capacity. I urge you all here present to forge networking connections. This is meant for networking more than anything else. So let's make the best use of this forum to connect together. I was told that there will be ample space for B2B meetings, and I would like to believe that there will be sufficient room for that. With the help of colleagues from the COMESA Business Forum, COMESA Business Council, and COMESA Secretariat, and our friends and partners in the EU, I believe this event has been so far a success, and I wish you all the best of luck in the rest of it. Thank you very much.